Is underway tonight after a cell phone video captured a dramatic scene in McKinney, Texas on Friday night. Now, the officer in this video has been placed on administrative leave after police responded to a disturbance call about several fights happening outside of a pool party. Now, the officer is seen restraining a teenage girl because she refused to leave the area after being told to do so several times. And as you can see, she is resisting and the officer is quickly surrounded. He then draws his weapon to move the crowd back, and predictably, the video was posted on social media, and the officer is being accused of everything from using excessive force to being racist. Now, the McKinney Police Department is now looking into exactly what happened. Here now with much more is a neighbor who lives in the area and says this has nothing to do with race, and he witnessed the arrest. Benet Embry is with us. Benet, thank you for being with us. Appreciate it.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, why don't you were there, you saw it. I think people are too quick to make judgments about 30-second videos, 7-minute videos. Why don't you tell us what happened?
Well, first off, let me make this disclaimer, is that the community that I live in, the Craig Ranch area, which is where I've been living for the past 8 years, is not a racist community. It is a diverse subdivision, black, white, Hispanic, East Indian, American Indian, all living together and, you know, in friendship, basically.
Yes, sir.
Now, going back to the incident of the pool, is that basically what the situation is a pool party gone out of control. There may have been 130 kids there. Only 7 of those 130 kids, only 7 caused a whole bunch of confusion and ruined it for everybody. Basically, with our homeowner association, you can only have 2 people go to the pool with you, 2 guests per household. So when this party was going on, the people that were in the pool and doing and things of that nature, they were the ones that were supposed to be there. But when the flyer went viral, everybody from outside of our community start coming in and coming over there and everything like that. So of course the security guard there is telling people, no, you can't come in, you can't come in. That's when the people start jumping over the fences and arguing and cursing with the security guards and other residents there. You know, you have teenagers going toe to toe with adults and trying to get them out the pool and try to get some type of order.
But did you see?
That is when.
Benet, but here's what I heard, is that I hear on a couple of the videos that the cops were saying, you've got to leave, you've got to leave, you've got to leave, and the kids weren't listening at all. Did you see that?
Well, yeah, I saw that. So let me get back to the story that came out on this social media website that they don't want black kids in that pool. That's totally preposterous. No neighbor called the cops because there was a black pool party. While the cops were called because after the people started jumping in, the fight started breaking out, so then there became a disturbance. So of course when the cops get there, yes, they did tell people to leave. Some of the people ran, and those that I think you see on the video, he's telling them to sit down, or whatever the situation is. And even at the end of the video, you see the same police officer go up there and say, hey, don't run from the police. You guys are free to go. Don't do that. You're not in trouble. You didn't do anything, and everything of that nature. So the whole thing with this racial stigma apart, I don't believe that police officer came out there with the intent of throwing a 14-year-old girl down and starting this. This is not Ferguson. This is not Baltimore. This is not Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, or Eric Gardner, or anything like that. What this is an out-of-control pool party. That's it. Let
me ask you this. Sean Toon is a resident like you, and he was quoted as saying that he was one of the people that called the police, saw the whole thing. He said that watching 30 seconds or 7 minutes of a clip does not tell the whole story. And he said that the officers, even the one that drew his gun, acted appropriately. What is your thoughts?
Well, first off, I do agree with you. A 7-minute clip does not properly capture the entire incident that happened over 30 minutes. As far as the officer's actions, what I will say is that I don't know his mindset, but it did disturb me that a 14-year-old, you know, African-American woman, me being an African-American male, is on the ground, and basically when guns were drawn. Now, I did now the threatening pose with the gentleman coming in behind the police officer.
Well, let's go back and show that again to our audience here, because it would seem that the officer, when he reaches for his gun, Benet, he actually, if we go back to the video, somebody is addressing the officer, and if you watch closely here, it's that at that moment, if you look right there in the video, no, that's the wrong spot. There's a moment where right there, that guy comes up behind him, and he's like, that's when the cop, it was not in relation to the girl, but it was the guys coming in behind him that drew the weapon, not the young girl on the ground.
Right.
So
no, not the young girl.
I got to run, but last word. Your last thoughts on this? You want everybody to know this is a good community and that this is an anomaly.
A great community. This is a great community. Nobody's walking around with hooded sheets or burning crosses. We are just a normal, average, everyday suburb in America.
You were in our thoughts and prayers tonight. Thanks for telling the story and setting the record straight. I think that's important. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's not the only dramatic video we have to show you. Last night at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, things got way out of hand.